Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Apart from, these days, it comes with a picture on the box and an instruction manual, and you think you know exactly what you're gonna get. And when life doesn't turn out the way we want, we feel hard done by. This is what causes anxiety and depression. This is why the future generations, unless we make changes now, are going to be stuck and crippled in a constant state of anxiety. And why previous generations were never affected on the mass scale that we are, because life was like a box of chocolates and they accepted you didn't know what you were going to get. These days, everybody wants to know exactly what they're going to get and to try to predetermine every future event that they will experience. This is impossible, as it only is ever going to create confusion and internal turmoil. If you try to plan the exact event with exact detail and precision, you're only ever going to experience suffering, because it will never happen in that exact way. Say you want to arrange a weekend away with a group of friends in 3 weeks' time, and you decide where you're going to go, what area, and the hotel you're going to go to, and you book it. Perfect, job done. Then you can turn up and enjoy the weekend as it comes, enjoying each moment in the present moment, the gift of now, as now is the only time that ever exists. And any time you are prejudging and predetermining a future event, looking forward in time, you're existing in a make-believe fantasy realm that does not exist. It exists to you in that very moment, but you are not experiencing it and enjoying it in this present moment. You are trying to control a future event and determine the way that it will be enjoyed and the outcome that will be involved with that event. Say you invite 3 or 4 different groups of friends and you want to control every aspect of it, as so many people do now. I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get an education, I'm going to get my job, I'm going to meet my future husband or wife, we're going to have children, we're going to buy this car and this house, get this dog and go on these holidays each year. And if it doesn't happen like that, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. I'm going to lose my shit. Once more, previous generations took each day as it came. They accepted that you can't control every aspect of life. They went with the flow. And in doing so, they enjoyed life more. They are not stuck in a state of anxiety. They are not stuck in a state of depression linked to past events and wanting to change past events, or a constant state of anxiety through fear of future events not turning out the way that they want them to, they expect them to, or they need them to in order to be happy. If you attach your happiness to the exact outcome of an event, you're only ever going to once more experience pain and suffering. So you decide you're going to go somewhere and that you're going to have these other couples come with you. We're going to have meals at these places, and during the day we're going to go do these events, and then we'll be happy because we'll experience these certain situations and everybody will have a nice time. And we'll have a drink, but we'll only have 3 drinks each so we don't get too drunk, so we can enjoy the next day and get up and go for a walk, go up to the mountaintops and enjoy nature a little bit as well. Good choice. But if you attach your happiness and the outcome of the entire weekend on it happening on that exact outcomes and those exact situations, what happens if somebody doesn't come? One of the couples decides that they are unable to come because of a family emergency or a situation or whatever issue it is, and they no longer come. And you're like, oh, how dare they? Jane and Richard haven't come to the weekend. They've ruined the whole weekend. It's ruined now. It's not going to be anywhere near as good because they're not here. And I've decided they were going to be here and they were going to be part of it. And now they're not here. Oh, it's ruined. It's not ruined at all. For the fact that they're not there, it makes no difference to the outcome of the weekend. What has ruined the weekend is your decision that it is now ruined because you'd attached all your hope and dreams and happiness on it being that exact way. Because it is now this way, even though there is a lot of enjoyment to be had if you were just to experience the events and situations for what they are, because you have pre-designated what it is and it has not turned out the way you wanted, it's ruined. Fuck it. Just cancel the whole weekend. It's bullshit. Never happens the way I want it. Why should it? If you flip a coin, you know mathematically it will land equally heads up and tails up, face down and face up. Yet in life, we expect it to always be beautiful. We expect it to always go our way. This is mathematically impossible. What you can do, however, is always look for the benefits and positives in every situation. To exist in this present moment, everything now right now is perfect. As it is what it is. I am where I am due to past events and situations that I have been involved in and experienced. And where I am now is exactly where I need to be in order to move from to where it is that I'm going in the future, towards my chosen destiny. And once more, we can only ever walk within a certain path, within certain guidelines of the character we play. So vibrationally, we can only ever align ourselves with certain paths towards certain destinations, towards certain destinies. The character of lack or limitation will never walk a path of abundance. And if you're always attaching your hope and happiness onto external situations and things turning out exactly the way you planned it, you're always going to be setting yourself up to experience pain and suffering. Think of it as going to watch a film. If somebody said, oh, you need to go watch this film, it's the most amazing film I've ever seen, and you go with massive expectations, you've already set the film up to be up here. If the film's only here, then you're not going to enjoy it and you're going to have a negative experience watching the film. If you had no expectation of the film, then the film is still up here, you would still enjoy it. If it was down here, maybe not so much, but without expectations, even if it's down here, it's still an experience to enjoy. There's still information to gain from it. And even those traumatic experiences in life are there to learn from and grow from. There is never any failure, only ever forward learnings. Stop trying to pre-designate where you are going. Stop trying to predetermine the outcome of every event, because you are making your life more traumatic and more turbulent than necessary. Within the waves of existence, you will always go up and down. Expect to go up and down, and know that you cannot always affect and control other people's decisions or external outcomes, but you can decide and choose the way you respond to them. If somebody does something detrimental to you to cause you harm, you can become anger and rage and fueled by hatred, disconnected from the love who you are, blaming them for all the shortcomings or negative situations that you then experience over the next few days. I was in a good mood before Johnny did that. Now because of that, it's ruined my whole day and it's ruined the rest of the week and he's a cunt. Excuse the language. Because that is one of the most hostile and foul words to call somebody. And when you speak words like that about somebody else, you're actually speaking them about yourself, because the subconscious mind does not know the difference between somebody else and yourself, as it does not know the difference between positive and negative. It only hears the word that you speak, the magic which you cast out to the world around you and upon yourself. Again, it is all vibrational. If you speak love, compassion, positivity to another, then you are vibrating at that yourself. If you speak anything hostile towards or about another person, you are speaking it within yourself and about yourself, as the subconscious mind does not know the difference. It only vibrates and hears what it is that you are speaking, the vibrations which you are casting into the world upon you, within you and around you. There is nothing you do upon another that you do not do upon yourself. And with the difference between positives and negatives, wants and non-wants, take smoking as an example once more. To say I don't want to smoke, you're then speaking and thinking about smoking, and you will attract things around you to show you smoking and reconfirm the want to smoke, re-strengthen that old habit. The way to break a habit is to cut off connection to the existence of it. You stop feeding it energetic information and a path connected to it. You stop feeding it energy. You stop giving it anything to actually create it as physical or within this realm of existence, in the material, the mental, or the astral, the higher realms of existence. So instead of thinking I don't want to smoke, you would think today I'm going to breathe only clean fresh air. And if you had a thought of smoking, a potential pathway you did not want to travel upon, you would literally cut it off and reconnect yourself to the positive pathway. Today I'm going to breathe only clean fresh air. Today I'm going to stay grounded in gratitude and live centered in my heart with compassion for myself and others. Being grounded in yourself, in this present moment, within gratitude and guided by love, it's all perfect. There's nothing that you can ever experience that is not there to assist you upon your journey. So, life truly is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get. And just because these days everything comes labelled and we live in a generation that is so willing and eager to throw things away and get the latest of everything all the time, where everything comes shrink wrapped and accessible, where everything comes with a click of a button and the flick of a finger. If it does not, people become like, they lose literally their mind if they have to wait more than 30 seconds for something. Those of us that grew up in the age where the internet used to take 10 minutes to warm up know about waiting, know about accepting what is and not having control over certain things. Now, because everything is so instant, people expect it to be instant. And when things don't become within attunement or alignment with the way that they had planned them to be, again, all hell breaks loose. They don't know what to do. They can't think of a way to process that information because they're so used to things going their way. When it doesn't, they have no experience of this. This is not your fault. This is the way society is. And it is useful to experience suffering. It is useful to experience a lack. It is useful to know what hatred is, so that you can actually fully embody what love is and know the difference. If there was not nighttime, you would not appreciate the day as much. And without the night, there's nowhere for the stars to shine upon. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Stop trying to predetermine and plan every single event. And when things don't go to plan, accept it as part of the journey, knowing that along your journey of life, everything is just another scene. And as long as you are experiencing each scene as it comes and taking as much information from it as you can, you don't have to look back and repeat past scenes, and you don't have to try to skim forward to find the outcomes of certain situations or experiences. You just enjoy each moment as it comes. Love and light one and all. Namaste.